Sawasdee krab. Thank you for joining us for the midday edition of NBT World Brief, right here on NBT and NBT World. You're with me, Nat Nathawisut. The government has held a special Meet the Press briefing outlining Thailand's response to the Middle East conflict, along with measures to ease rising energy prices and living costs. Prime Minister Anutin Charnvirakul, together with senior ministers, today met members of the media at an event titled 1 Month of Global Crisis, Thailand's Plan in a Changed World. The briefing comes after 1 month of fighting in the Middle East, which has pushed up global energy prices and increased pressure on the cost of living in many countries, including Thailand. The Prime Minister said governments around the world are facing the same energy crisis and have introduced measures to help their citizens while encouraging energy saving. However, with no clear sign the conflict will end soon, Thailand must continue to adjust its policies as the situation evolves. The government says its response focuses on 4 key areas, namely foreign affairs, energy security, price control of essential goods, and direct support for the public. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs has already negotiated with Iran to allow Thai commercial vessels to pass through the Strait of Hormuz, which is expected to help ease pressure on energy costs and production. Prime Minister Anutin also mentioned that fuel shortage seen at some petrol stations has largely eased after improvements to supply logistics and enforcement of actions against hoarding and illegal fuel trade. The government stressed it has not floated fuel prices, but has gradually reduced subsidies to better reflect global market conditions. The Prime Minister has asked the public to buy fuel only when necessary and assured the supplies will remain sufficient, including during the upcoming Songkran holiday. He also said fuel prices in Thailand are not higher than those in neighboring ASEAN countries. At the same time, the government has introduced additional cost of living support for households, farmers, and small businesses, including price control programs and further financial assistance that will be implemented by the next administration. Moving on to political developments, the Prime Minister says that the new cabinet list is expected to be submitted for royal endorsement on Monday, as coalition parties move to finalize a unified government policy. The formation of the next government is moving into its final stage, with Prime Minister Anutin Charnvirakul confirming he plans to submit the full list of new cabinet members for royal endorsement on Monday, March 30th, if there are no last-minute changes. Speaking after talks at Government House on Thursday, the Prime Minister said discussions with leaders from the Pheu Thai party focused on drafting the policy statement that will later be presented to Parliament. He noted that key ministries under Pheu Thai, including agriculture, social development, higher education, labor and education are central to shaping the government's overall direction. The Prime Minister also stressed that coalition partners have agreed to support each other's proposals so they can be combined into a single, unified government policy aimed at helping the public and strengthening the country's development. He added that the current caretaker status limits what the government can do under the law, but once the new cabinet is sworn in and the policy statement is delivered to Parliament, the administration will be able to move forward at full speed. And that wraps up this edition of NBT World Brief. Stay updated with the latest developments right here on NBT and NBT World. For more stories, simply scan the QR code on your screen to access our full coverage across all media platforms. Until next time, Sawasdee krab.